Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this week I am going to be talking about the summer I turned pretty. So, this sounded good and funny. Anyways, we got the finale like 2 weeks ago now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, first of all, how are we doing? We had our first Wednesday without a new Summer I Turned Pretty episode. That was really sad. It was really sad waking up that day and not having that to look forward to. It was like, no, it's over. But anyways, so I just wanted to do a video talking about season 3, obviously. I'm mostly going to be talking about the finale, but I will talk a little bit about the whole season and just whatever, you know? Because I did think about doing a video, like before the season ended. We're like halfway through, and I was thinking about doing a video talking about it so far or whatever. And then I just decided not to. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait until the finale comes out and it's over, and then just like do a whole video on the whole thing instead of whatever. So yeah, here I am. But yeah, basically I'm just doing it like I did my last video, which was talking about my life with the Walter boys. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video yet, then go check it out. I'll link it. But yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna get into it. Don't really have a plan. I'm just gonna start yapping. Basically, that's basically what this video is going to be, like yapping about the summer I turned pretty. So anyways, okay, so the first episode, okay, I don't really know where to start. I mean, maybe I should just start at the beginning, but I don't know. Okay, and I am one that has read the books, so, you know, obviously, like, knew how it ended, but I really was scared that it was going to have a different ending than the books, because I think that's, like, I had heard that the author, like, had said something that it was going to be a different ending than the books and something like that. So I think we were all afraid she was just like gonna begin to go through all that and she was gonna just choose herself, which almost happened, but it didn't. Now, the thing about this show is, like, this show is crazy. This is like probably the like messiest show I've ever watched, if you know what I mean. It was a lot. It was amazing and heartbreaking, like, all at the same time. It was all the time, a lot of different feelings, emotions going on with like every episode. So also, if you weren't able to tell, I'm 100% Team Conrad. Always have been from the very beginning. Yeah, I just always thought Jeremiah was just a little bit annoying, and I just, yeah, you know, he's just so different. He's just like a partier. He is irresponsible, like all those things. So I just don't understand why some people like hate Conrad so much and like thought Jeremiah was better even after him cheating and everything. Like they said stuff about Conrad and how like he treated her and like with the breakup and everything. And like, okay, it wasn't the best. Okay, yes, he had his faults, right? He made mistakes, but they all did. Every single one of them. Especially Belly. But it was like the time when they were together was a very rough time for all of them, but especially Conrad. Like, he just lost his mom. He was grieving, and like mentally he was not well. Like, you know, he was struggling big time with like anxiety and panic attacks and like grieving. And so, you know, it was really, really sad. And then like people like wanna defend Jeremiah and stuff and say he's better when he literally cheated on her. And Conrad never did something like that. And you can forgive Jeremiah for that, but you can't forgive Conrad for grieving his mother and like going through mental health issues. Like, I just don't get it. So anyways, yeah. This season was crazy. It was a lot happening, a lot that happened. Now once we got to season 3, and by this point it was just like got so messy with her like being with Conrad 1 second and then Jeremiah, and then like was with Conrad for how long, but then broke up, and then was with Jeremiah for, you know, how many years, whatever, through college and whatever. And him cheating on her, even though he said, defending himself by saying, oh, we were on a break, like, what? Okay, like, okay, even if like you technically were or whatever, still, it was literally right after. Like, if you truly loved her and whatever, like, you wouldn't do something like that. Like, you shouldn't. It still doesn't give you the right. It still doesn't make it any better at all. And it's just, yeah. So I can get so fired up about that whole thing. Anyways, he's just and it just really like shows who he is, because like that's who he is, and that's like always who he's been from the beginning. Like, he like just gets with a bunch of different people like all the time and stuff, and that's why I never liked him and never thought he was right for Belly. And yeah, and Conrad this season, like, he was amazing. Like, he has worked on himself so much. I was still working on himself, like going to therapy and, you know, to help with his anxiety and working through all of that, and, you know, going to school and to become a doctor. Like, hello. Meanwhile, Jeremiah is just getting held back and becoming a super senior in college, and doesn't even just this little frat boy. Like, he doesn't even know what he's doing. Anyways, yeah, that's all. That's all that. Just kind of give you my thoughts on the first half of the season, first half of the season. It's kind of, I feel kind of weird like talking about all of that because I feel like it was like so long ago now, and now that we've had the finale and everything, it's like that stuff doesn't even matter anymore, you know. But yeah, I feel like I just kind of had to start with that, you know, a little recap sort of thing. Anyways, yeah, okay, I was like gonna start talking about something and then I like forgot what I was gonna say. I really, with how, just how messy everything got, like, you know, halfway through the season or whatever, I just got to the point where I was like, okay, this is just, it's way too messy, like, it is beyond fixable, like, after, you know, the whole wedding thing, you know, Conrad confessing his love, and then Jeremiah finding out, and, like, all of that, I was like, this is beyond fixable, like, Jeremiah hates Conrad, and, like, Belly is awful, honestly. she's kind of been awful throughout throughout all the seasons, honestly. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And I was like, by that point, I was like, Belly doesn't even deserve Conrad. Yeah, it was as simple as that. But of course, like, I still wanted it because it's just like what you want, you know. It's just like you want them to be together, and you know, I love Conrad so much, and he's how like heartbroken and sad he was because he really truly loves her and is in love with her and always has been. Like, that you just wanted that for him so bad, you know. Anyway, so like as I was saying, I just thought like this is not fixable. Like, by this point, she just needs to like leave and just leave the brothers alone. To get away with them, like she can't be with either of them because this is just messed up. Like, they are family, and you know, their mom is gone, their dad is awful, so it's just really kind of them two, you know, and now, you know, didn't have a good relationship, obviously, because of a girl, and, you know, that's really sad. So, yeah. So, like, this is just too messy at this point. It's messed up. Like, they are brothers. They just need to fix their relationship and be brothers and forget about the girl, and, yeah, you know. But then I watched the finale, and it was so good. The finale was, I was scared, but it was amazing. I think it was perfect, honestly, than what I thought it was gonna be. So I was very, very happy and content with it, and I just think it was so great. I honestly think it was perfect, and it was like amazing. Like, I did not think they would be able to like fix it, like come back from all that messiness, but somehow they did it. At least that's how I feel. But yeah, and now they're together. Conrad and Belly are together, and Jeremiah and Conrad, their relationship is somewhat fixed, kind of. And it's like, if you really think about it, it's still messy. Like, of course, it's, yeah, you can't undo what they all did and everything, you know. But the thing is, like, we don't really need to think about it like that, because it's just a TV show. It's not real life. So it's, yeah. That's what I think, and that's how I feel. But yeah, I mean, after like the whole season of Jeremiah being absolutely insufferable, and I was just couldn't stand it anytime he was on the screen. In the finale, it wasn't what I expected with him. Like, the whole him getting into like cooking or whatever. Okay, so I felt like it was like kind of seemed random, and I don't know if I missed something. I don't know if it's just me and like I missed something or what, but it like seemed random to me. It was just like all of a sudden, oh, like he loves cooking, and like now he wants to be a chef. Because before it's like he didn't, like, he was just trying to work for his dad or whatever, but like, you know, obviously like he didn't really like that, you know, whatever. But yeah. But then he started this cooking thing and he really loves it, and so seeing that was really cool, that, you know, he finally found like his thing that he really loves and is working towards a goal actually, and just, yeah. So I do think that was cool, and it did make the whole cake thing make more sense. If you know, you know. But, and then what else? Oh, like him and Denise getting together at the end. At first, like when he was like moved in with her, and they were like kind of hinting towards that, like him like starting to like her, whatever. I was like, I don't know about that, you know. But then after, I was like, okay, you know what? I think I actually like them together. Like, you know, I think they could be good together, and I think she is good for him. And yeah. So that's how I feel about that. And I am just so glad that her and Steven did not like get together. They like tried for a sec, and then were like, no, they didn't feel anything. They were like, you know, we're just friends. I was like, whew. Because I spent the whole season I was like, I do not like her. I don't like this girl. I couldn't stand her. And really, that's only because of like, I felt like she was a threat for Staylor, you know? And so that's why. But after she wasn't anymore, I was like, okay, she's actually pretty cool. Like, yeah. So yeah, Steven Taylor Endgame. I was like, way before, I was like, you know what, at this point, I don't even care about like Belly and the Fisher brothers anymore. Like, I don't care if her and Conrad don't even end up together or whatever. As long as Steven and Taylor are together when this ends, I will be happy. You know? But yeah, so they're together. They are my favorite couple. They're the best. Love them so much. Yeah. What else? I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, yeah, and then I think the last thing I'll talk about is like Belly going to Paris. That whole thing I really liked. I thought, I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool how I mean, at first it was like kind of crazy and whatever. And it like seemed like she was kind of running away, which like she kind of was, but and then like ended up staying and just like making a whole new life there for herself, and just really growing and learning how to be on her own and whatever. And I think that was really cool, and I honestly really enjoyed it, like seeing her life there with, you know, her like job and her nice apartment. Honestly, that whole storyline I really enjoyed. Yeah, like I said, her new life there, figuring things out on her own, and you know, her friends and like her job and all of that, I thought was really cool and good for her, and good for everyone, honestly. Cause yeah, oh yeah, and then obviously Conrad going to Paris, and like he got the okay from his brother, and now like, you know, they're okay now. Like they talked, which is good, and at least, you know, he checked with him, and you know, now Jeremiah has someone else. You know, he's got his thing, becoming a chef, his cooking, and then Denise, and then Connor and Billy can live happily ever after, and yeah. So, yeah, so I watched the finale. Okay, I was laying in my bed watching it at like 2 a.m. crying. Yeah, I was just like crying throughout the whole episode. Yeah, and that this show and the soundtrack like is incredible, like the best I've ever seen. Like I wish every show could be like as good as that. With the songs that they play, like the Taylor Swift songs at those times, like they just go so perfectly, like when Cardigan played, and then False God, and then Dress, like it just makes the scene so perfect. It's insane. It's so good. But wow. Anyways, I feel like that's pretty much it. I feel like I've covered everything. And now this video is almost 30 minutes, so I need to end it now. Anyway. Oh, right, and we are getting a movie, which I was really not expecting that. Like, I thought this was gonna be the end, the last episode, the last time we'll ever see Belly and Conrad and Steven Taylor and, you know, cousins, everything. But no, we're getting a movie. Which it was funny because my brother is actually the one that told me that there was gonna be a movie, but I did not believe him. I literally didn't believe him. Like I thought he was just messing with me, because like I didn't heard of that. I hadn't seen anything, and it was like that day, I'm pretty sure that Wednesday when the finale came out, and I hadn't watched it yet, because I couldn't watch it until nighttime after work and everything. And so I was just like trying to stay off like social media that whole day, so that I didn't see any spoilers and whatever. And so yeah, so then when I like finally could watch it, and like I said, it's like 2 a.m. and I finally finished it, and then I like immediately had to go and to social media and like be looking at, you know, all their like stories and whatever from like the finale premiere and like whatever. And then I saw, and then they were like talking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, he was actually being serious, and it's real. Like, they are making a movie. That's like the best news ever, and no idea when we're getting it. It's gonna probably be a while, but it's okay. It's okay, at least. It's like I was like grateful enough for Conrad Endgame, Steven Taylor, all that, but now we're getting a whole movie. Hopefully it's like 2.5 hours, and we get a Conrad wedding and like lots of Steven and Taylor and Jeremiah and Denise together, like that. Yeah, okay, so that's it. That's like basically all my thoughts. I feel like on the summer I turned pretty. And yeah, so comment what you thought of the finale, if you were happy with it, if you were satisfied, if you're excited about the movie. Comment if you were team Jeremiah or team Conrad. There's only one right answer, so please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share with your family and friends, because it really helps me out and I really appreciate it. And as always, don't forget to stay nostalgic. Bye.